Okay, so in just a few moments, we are going to be setting up for the second semifinal, and here we go, underway. Let's find out what items these runners start with. Obviously, you have a magic key. What else do we have? A cursed belt. One of the tile spots is in play.
A second key?
Whoa! What is this madness, Sneaky?
We are getting a reset from Rye Guy. He is resetting on a strength HP build, capital Z.
He's changed his mind.
I think he took a look at his stats and was like, yeah, no.
All right, so with 2 keys, we'll be able to raid into that Tentacle Castle treasury right now. Let's find out what's behind these 4 chests. We have another key, a silver harp, 611 gold pieces, the gold grind is in play, and fairy water. Those are some pretty nice items.
Absolutely, and because they had the return spell, they didn't need to use even the first key, much less the second, which means they can also get back here, talk to this guy, because they got the money, they're able to stock up on keys. Rimuldar is no longer necessary, and we're already off to a good start, staying with back here in the basement.
Yeah, but you know what, Sneaky, as I always like to say when it comes to randomizers, it's not how a seed starts, it's how it finishes. Just because we have all these great items to start things off doesn't mean this could be a jet seed, but you never know. Warlocks, yeah.
That is going to be Mountain Cave, I believe.
More or less, this will be a death warp for both of these runners, but it's going to be Rye Guy who's going to exit out first, and yeah, that is open space to do some potential grinding depending on the enemy set. Red Slimes will definitely do the trick, and with an excellent move, not a problem. Next enemy that Rye Guy attacks, well, a Metal Slime potential. This was going to be tough, but you never know. There's one.
There's a blue dragon, Diabetes found.
Boy, you just never see this. Dying to a Metal Slime. You just never see that, Sneaky, but there you go.
Well, they don't have the Scaredy Slimes flag set, so since their defense is so low, it's not going to run away.
Indeed.
Diabetes hit level 2, decent stats across the board now, and picked up, looks like, heal spell.
You are correct, which could come handy in this early stages of the match.
Oof, Rye Guy getting bricked.
Look at this, level up 12, 15, 17, 14. That is 2 level ups, by the way, but still, that's a pretty solid batch of level ups right there. No spells, though.
Fortunately, Rye Guy ran into a golem and got bricked back home. Meanwhile, Diabetes finding our favorite fun police here and getting sent back home.
Look at this. I hate to interrupt you, but Rye Guy got...
Oh, my.
He just leveled up 6 times on that kill.
Yes! Holy crap! 3 minutes into the fight, we already have someone on level 7, people!
You gotta be kidding. You can only see this when you have these sped up experience level ups like you're seeing right there. But yes, Rye Guy is already at level 7.
Now we just need to get some exploration under our belts. Looks like he is going to go back into Mountain Cave, which makes sense. There are 5 chests down there that aren't too bad to get. Now that he's got some levels under his belt, he can either run from or possibly even defeat some of these enemies for even more experience gains, like that Warlock there. He's going to avoid that Wizard, though. Good job there. Looks like this Knight maybe... No, got away from it. Meanwhile, Diabetes, walking around on the overworld, has made up a lot of that experience deficit. He's already level 5, so he's definitely starting to catch up. He's already taken a dive down here once, is probably a little hesitant to go back down there.
Yeah, it's about 190 experience points difference, so yeah, it's definitely not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination, but in spite of the mammoth level ups that these runners have gotten, no new spells across the board.
Other than that heal at level 3, yeah.
Notes I've been fast and furious. May I break in with a few donations?
Oh, by all means.
Alright, first off, we have Rod Draven at $55. Says that does it. We must see the Robot Chicken during the FFR finals. These guys are good, so they need a little more challenge. So War Mech has been met for the Final Fantasy final. And since we're 41, $20, no message. The message probably being, "Hi, I'm tracking. Nice to see you."
Meanwhile, while that donation was going on, Ryguy did find the Erdrick's token, one of the 3 items necessary to get the rainbow drop from the Jerk. Haven't found the Jerk Cave just yet. But again, Erdrick's Tease coming before the armor and the sword. Typical Dragon Warrior randomizer luck.
Yeah, and as was also pointed out, there is a gold chest in the armory, so we do have a potential gold grind if we find the silver shield. So that's actually going to be on the table for our runners, and they already know this, and they're both good enough runners that they know what that means.
Absolutely, but almost 6 minutes in, and there's not been another town yet. Getting an excellent move on that Poltergeist. Good job there by Rygar. I beat us at level 6. There's another Poltergeist down for Ryguy. Scorpion runs away. There's a Droll now. For Diabetes, takes him down, no problem. Drakimas have Baby Breath.
Yeah, we haven't seen any spice yet, fortunately.
That spice, of course, you're referring to the DL2 breath that can do over 70 HP of damage without the Erdrick's armor.
Either that or the Hurt More that can still one-shot these guys at their level. Well, not anymore, but Hurt More is still going to be something they don't want to play with.
Tablet Cave, but again, with no enemies, and if you're not familiar with the surroundings in the dark, and now both players are at level 7, and Drakim is going to take down Rygar. Now the Diabetes has caught up on the experience. Now that gap has shrunk to 130 points. There's level 8, 5605. Still no new spells at level 8.
Yeah, quick shout out, by the way, to Centroid and Kigalas being our trackers for this particular race. They have been really busy trying to keep up with this.
No question about it. Ooh, and there's the Fun Police, and good luck running away on 42 agility.
Agility's just a number.
Yeah, we saw in the first race that we had a runner run away from a red dragon on very low agility, so you're absolutely right about that. But unfortunately, the percentages did come through, sending Diabetes back to the castle. There's a cave on this island here, but a ghost is going to get in its way, but that's not a problem. Slime's definitely not going to be a problem for Ryguy, so what do we have? The Jerk Cave.
Okay, so we know what the Jerk Cave is. We've got 2 of the 3 items that we need, although we still need to find the Staff Cave to turn the harp in for the staff. So we've got a good chunk of the list going, and that was a Hurt More from that race. Ow!
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
So we've already got a decent chunk of our shopping list taken care of, our honeydew list if you prefer. Still haven't seen any towns whatsoever. Metal Slimes are starting to run.
Yeah, and the bad luck there around that Drakima, that dodge is going to cost Diabetes the 20 experience points, sending him back to start.
Ryguy running into back-to-back Metal Slimes that immediately ran away, and then he got bricked again.
More than 9 minutes into the seed, we still haven't found any towns. Another chance at a Metal Slime, but not this time for Ryguy. It runs away after 1 hit.
This is certainly some interesting geography on this particular map.
Most certainly is. There's a lot of islands, a lot of these isthmus that they have to cross to get anywhere into this map. And yeah, if you run into one of those nasty enemies that's going to send you back to start easily, it's hard to get any exploration in. Well, here's a town that Rye Guy has found. Can he get there? Takes down the
Trikima's with baby breath.
Yep. And what do
Oh,
we
and there's
have?
a cave down there too. Oh, it is Breckenary, home of the 6 Gold Inn. We'll leave a torch on for you.
Absolutely, a small shield. A flame sword is an offer for 9,800. So possible gold grind to get to that flame sword if we can't find any good weaponry. Who knows?
I mean, they already have the mountain cave directly underneath, so they can activate that gold grind whenever they want to.
Alright, and going to this store, going to purchase a dragon scale, a good idea because that's going to increase their defense by 2 points. The good thing about the dragon scale is once you put it on, it is yours to keep, even if you sell it off or get rid of it later on. As long as you've equipped it, you'll get to keep that extra 2 defensive points.
True, and it looks like Ryguy did pick up the chainmail from there. Very useful. And another town immediately. It is Hawksness. So, depending on what's on that spike tile, with the 6 Gold Inn being right there on the same screen, that could be a really interesting grind spot. And is this... This is Grave, isn't it?
And with the torch in hand, Ryguy will be able to get down there and grab that chest. No, this is not... Oh my goodness, before he can get to that chest, the fun police... Wow, and he gets away from the police! Are you kidding me? Whoa! And he will be able to look inside these chests. There's an herb. The second chest, another herb. 3 of a kind! Joker, Joker, Joker! My goodness gracious, triple herbs.
We certainly have a full house in here. And there's the fun police that does manage to pull him over and send him back to go. Do not collect $200.
Absolutely, but at least he was able to get the chests there. I mean, that could have ended very disastrously there for Rygar. Getting that chest, getting caught by the fun police, was able to escape with that modest 48 agility, and did get the... What do we got?
Ryguy. I see what Ryguy is doing. He's going back down into the mountain cave. He's going to get the chest. He's going to activate the gold glitch, and he's going to grind himself up a silver shield.
Where did we find a silver shield?
That was in Breckenary.
There was a silver shield in Breckenary, eh?
No?
I didn't think I saw a silver shield in Breckenary. I mean, unless there's another store and I just flat out missed it. Because I know about the flame sword for 9,800. I didn't see the silver
Okay,
shield.
well, even still, a gold grind for a flame sword would really help out the attack power right now.
Yeah, absolutely would have helped. And there is, Diabetes now knows the location of Hawk's Nest, but we're too weak to go to that spike tile right now. And, oof. There's going to be the intentional death warp. Now he's going to set up that gold grind, his Rygar, or Ryguy.
Yeah, he's got to get enough chests in the basement before he can get that taken care of. He's wanting to make sure he doesn't miss it.
Yeah, you're right about that. And it looks like Diabetes doing the same thing. He's getting nabbed by the fun police as well.
I think he's also trying to get that final chest at the end of the bottom of Mountain Cave just to make sure it's not anything important.
Yeah, most definitely. Because once they get that final chest from this cave here, they'll be able to do that gold grind. And both of them have a flame sword on their mind, which will give them that big boost in attack power. Which means I'm calling it right now. The next chest that they see, where they do more exploration, it's gonna have Erdrick's sword, because it's just gonna.
I could actually see them picking up this flame sword, checking out the spike tile, and it turns out to be Erdrick's.
That would be hilarious. I want to see that happen.
Well, then again, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to take whatever's on that spike tile on without the flame sword, so it served its purpose.
You do make a valid point there, because without flame sword, you definitely couldn't take down whatever's behind that spike tile, and there will be the intentional warp back for Ryguy. There's the gold for Diabetes, so he'll be doing the same thing in a moment.
No, he's going to the overworld.
Looks like Ryguy is going to shoot down plans of. I think he must think it's too much of a time sink. So it looks like he's going to go ahead and just do more exploration or whatnot. So he's not going for it.
Now, interestingly enough, red dragons have stop spell. Right now, this is a problem. Once you get Erdrick's armor, that's a free turn. This makes red dragons potentially a very attractive grind for grind and go mode later on.
You're absolutely right about that, because they're worth 255 experience points, and if they have a high rolling of stop spell, like 75%, yeah, it's definitely a viable play to grind on red dragons later on when we're more equipped. But meanwhile, Diabetes on his way to do the gold grind. You see the bamboo pole. Well, it's not really bamboo. It's something else. And now here comes the gold grind right here. Every time you open up a chest, 500 to 755 gold pieces. We'll see how many golds Diabetes decides to raise. I mean, if he wanted to play it safe and give himself an extra turn, he might go for, like, say, 20,000. Because every time you die in this game, you lose half of the gold that's in your pockets.
Looks like Ryguy is diving Tablet Cave.
Yep, indeed. Diabetes going to about 13,419.
That gives him a buffer. I think he may be looking at possibility of half plate or something.
That definitely makes sense to have some extra defense added to your total if you pick up that half plate. I think it's a good, viable move. We'll see if Diabetes can get there.
Yeah, if he had gone to 18, I would have been thinking that maybe he was just, in case I die, I still have enough money to do this. But at 13, I'm betting that's Flame Sword plus some other purchase that he's got in mind.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Sneaky. And Ryguy is going to pass up the towns, it looks like, for now. Probably do some more exploration. Diabetes is almost there. He's made it.
Yeah, he did save before his journey, so if he had died, he would have just hard reset.
There's the small shield. So he's got that in his inventory also.
Flame on!
Absolutely. Ryguy, there's a lot of swamp area past Toxness, and Ryguy's going to hope that he finds something past this swampland. Well, there's a bridge. Is it the bridge to nowhere?
Or is it the bridge over troubled water?
Well, it looks like both to me.
Flame on! Apply directly to the sword. Flame on! Apply directly to the sword.
Oh, there's a town past that bridge.
Yep, there's a town.
What is it going to be this time? We have got Gurnham, and we've got keys.
This could get interesting. There are 3 chests back there. Both Big Stick and Big Armor are still in play, as is the stones that they're going to need.
That he had 1 gold piece to spare to stay in that inn. My goodness gracious. Let's take a look at the treasury of Gurnham and the staircase. First, we've got a magic key, a nice refund. Fairy water. Does 9 to 16 HP of damage when thrown. And money.
And let's see what's back here. There's a mention in chat, it's going to be absolutely bonkers if the grand final turns out to be 15 minutes long. There are some flags in play that might make that a bit more difficult, because we've hit some donation stretch goals.
Silver Shield in this town, but he is 76 gold pieces short of purchasing the large shield. And he's going to sell something to try to raise it. Yeah, the Cursed Belt. That's worth 180 gold pieces. That'll be enough to purchase that large shield.
Now, he hasn't done a gold grind yet. Ryguy hasn't. So, he could theoretically do a grind for both of those pieces of gear.
Yes, that is true, Sneaky, but the problem is there's a lot of distance to cover between Start and the town of Gurnham. There's a lot of swampland to cross, and we'll see what happens. Another bridge. Could there be another town past this bridge, or is this going to be a dead end? That looks like a dead end to me.
Meanwhile, Diabetes making his way into Gurnham. Unfortunately, our... Hello?
Yeah. Right now, by the way, Diabetes now ahead of Ryguy in levels. He's now at level 10. Remember, Ryguy had that early metal slime, but Diabetes has been able to just slowly chip away, has had better exploration, has gotten more enemies under his belt, and has now taken the lead from Ryguy, and Ryguy getting caught by the Fun Police.
Yeah, well, Diabetes now has that flame sword with the attack power of 88. He is able to take down much more powerful enemies than Ryguy is right now, worth consequently more experience points.
That's what happened. I had missed it, but there was a metal slime kill for Diabetes. That's how he was in it, and that's what enabled him to take this lead on Ryguy. Now, Diabetes is in that section where Ryguy died, runs into a blue dragon and a golem. He's able to escape. And it's expanding. Is this a tease, or is there really something here?
Diabetes finding the westernmost edge of the map.
This is, wow. Is there, it's the whole time it was just a big tease. Can you believe that? I can.
Meanwhile, Ryguy finding out to his detriment that the Metal Scorpions have DL2 breath.
Yeah, that's not fun, because, you know, Metal Scorpions, 31 experience points. They only have 14 to 18 HP, but yeah, if you get ambushed, and yeah, that's instant death right there with the number of HP they've got.
But yeah, it was pointed out in chat, we have hit some stretch goals on those donations, which are still open. There are still some donation incentives to be had for other races later on in the tournament that you can donate for. But right now, we've got 3 flags that have been enabled from our stretch goals, from our donation goals. Heal and Hurt have to come before Heal More and Hurt More. Big Swamp, and no numbers, so they're gonna be flying blind, basically.
Definitely. Now, Diabetes is in the town of Gurnham. He's into the cave. I don't know which cave it is. He has not purchased a large shield yet. He decided not to buy. Ooh, that was Swamp.
That's gotta be... Yeah, that's gotta be Swamp. That's the only one we hadn't seen yet.
Right. So now, Diabetes. Boy, a lot of bridges here. A lot of ambushes for Diabetes, but this could be nothing but a dead end. Oh, Demon Knight's very dangerous. Diabetes just going to use Heal More, which came, by the way, with level 10, in addition to Outside.
Yeah, all we really need is the big boom, and we are really cooking.
And another bridge to nowhere, as you can plainly see on Diabetes' screen.
Yeah, it doesn't quite count as a Sparko bridge. That's a single tile, preferably a swamp tile after a bridge.
That's more like a Sparko Island as opposed to a Sparko bridge.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
Dead end.
It's
a lot of dead ends going on.
It's a deserted island. I believe this continent is not, well...
Did they take a 3-hour tour?
Well, nope, there's another cave here to the south, but otherwise it's a dead end. It's just those two. Ah, it's the freebie cave. What do we have inside this chest? It's going to be wings.
It gives you wings!
So, that's who was hoarding all the Red Bull. Otherwise, that continent is a bust, so nothing doing there. It looks like Ryguy's in that same area. He's going to find that freebie cave as well. He'll find the wings if he can get past this night. He did. Rogue Scorpion down for Diabetes.
They're taking roughly the same path because Ryguy now just picked up freebie cave.
Yep, you're correct about that. Diabetes still leaves of that all-important Flamesword, and he's got about more than a 500-point edge on experience.
Yeah, and that's only gonna increase.
Yep, and there's level 11. 24, 9, 11, 1. 24 power.
Now we're actually start seeing some orange pop up there, so we're getting close to DL stats. If he can find the stones and find some gear, we could see a pretty early Charlock. I could actually legitimately see a level 16 dive.
Meanwhile, we have found the town of Cantlin, Diabetes, and he'll purchase some keys. And we'll see what's in the shop here. He's got 39.11, but nothing of
There's
interest.
some half plate.
Not to buy the half plate, though. Looks like he's holding out for the armor.
Holding out for a hero?
Maybe. Well, there's
magic armor.
Yeah, but he can't afford it. He's only got about half the money. He needed about 7,700 to purchase that. Now, of course, the magic armor does a heal walk, 1 HP every 4 steps. I believe you're immune to stop spell, and I believe it's reduced damage to hurt more. Is that correct?
I don't think it has the immunity to stop spell. I think that is exclusive to Erdrick's armor.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, Diabetes, we'll see if we've got coordinates this race. Is this actually going to be a seed where we have to rescue Princess Quail? Let's find out. 9? Nah, forget it. 9 and 23. 9 to the south, 23 to the east. That's definitely searchable. So, I think Princess Quailin is about to be 0 for 4 tonight.
I mean, even I would would walk those in. You know, they don't call me Sneaky the Lost for nothing.
I mean, a Seawolf had an incentive that every time Princess Quailin was rescued, he'd donate $5, but all I gotta say is the game knows. There's level 10 now for Rye Guy, and he's learned the new spells of Outside and Heal More as well. But level 11 does garner Sleep, Diabetes.
Yeah, so now he's got the Sleep, he's got Heal More, he's got a Flame Sword, so he can just cast Sword More at this point.
Certainly.
You know, the Barbarian Caster build. I cast Sword More!
There's the town of Homeboy. Diabetes dominating on the exploration. And there is a searchable tile, but is there anything there? Erdrick's sword!
Big stick!
Wow!
You called it! There's the big stick.
But it wasn't an immediate find, so I'll give myself half credit. Can't give myself full credit, because it's not like when you play Legend of Zelda and you buy the blue ring, which, you know, halves your defense, or doubles your defense, it's halves your damage, and then like 5 minutes later or less you find the red ring for free somewhere. It wasn't that quick. But, like I said, half credit.
But as he does have Erdrick's sword now, he doesn't have to worry about anything else in that front. He could definitely use a large shield, which is in a couple of different towns, I believe, if he had the 800 for it at least.
So there is the trade-in cave, so now that silver harp will become the Staff of Rain. We've also found Charlock as well. So we've not found Romualdar yet. That's the only
We really
town.
haven't needed to because of the early key access.
It's true.
But it does have one chest. That could be where the armor is.
Yeah, it very well could be. I mean, we still have the armor to look for. Obviously, the stones are still in play, which, again, I'm going to call it again. Going to be in Hawksness. That death necklace is somewhere, too, as well as the fairy flute.
Oh, that could be in Big C.
We gotta play the pyramid game sometime tonight. I hope it's there.
Yeah, there hasn't really been a whole lot of pyramid game going on so far this tournament.
Let's That's a good point. I don't think we found the grave yet,
we've
have
seen
we?
upper grave, because it was 3 herbs.
Right, but not the lower grave. And you know what happened the last race I called? The lower grave had the goods.
No, Ryguy cleared the grave. Fighter's ring in the basement.
Ah, okay. So Ryguy was able to take it down. Okay. Stoneman
Fourth
had
chest
blue
was a
crown.
cursed belt, so we do know that there is something in Hawks.
Not necessarily, because we have coordinates. We had coal. There's no guarantee that Hawksness has anything.
Meanwhile, Diabetes getting sent home by the fun police.
If we find a third curse belt, then yeah, we'll know that there's definitely something in the Hawksness spike tile.
I think we've seen 2 belts so far, haven't we?
2 belts, yes.
How many belts? Not enough for a Nomura design. Haha! I understood that reference.
Ah, there's the town of Rumeldar on the beach. The foresty beach. Because nothing but water tiles surround it everywhere else. And let's see, is it going to be the 1 for 2 special? Come on, be the 1 for 2 special. Not quite, it's a torch.
The torch! The most expensive torch on the planet.
It certainly is, so Ryguy will just go ahead and sleep at the inn to restore his health and magic, and I think he's going to buy some more keys.
I find it interesting he's not even bothering to look at the shop here.
Well, I hate to interrupt you again, but we did find out what was behind the coordinates. That was the fairy flute.
Alright, so the armor is still outstanding, and so is the stones.
I'm calling stones here again, and it's an Axonite. And what do we have at the tile? BAM!
And an Axe Knight, once you get hurt more, that is going to be the tile to grind on. And heck, you might just go ahead and do it now with Erdrick's sword. They're dropping them in 2 to 3 hits. You've got the Motel 6 about a half a screen away. It doesn't get much better than this.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right there, Sneaky, because Axe Knights have 51 to 67 HP, so you can easily one-shot it with Hurtmore, and every Axe Knight is worth 130 experience points. Blue Dragons. We'll see if Diabetes can get the extra 180 points. And he does, and that is worth 180!
Yeah, he just walked back over to Breckenary. He's gonna top himself off. I would not be surprised if he ground out a couple of levels here. Even without Hurtmore, he's doing enough damage with that Erdrick sword to 2 or 3 shot these guys. It's still a good grind.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he could just do this all day and not have to take a death. All he has to do is fill up at that town of Breckenary, the Motel 6. Wow. Things are really looking up for Diabetes here. I mean, he's in a really good position right now.
Yeah, he definitely has the lead in exploration and completing his laundry list and in gear.
Now, he has to still trade in those 3 items, the staff, the stones, and the token to get the rainbow drop from the Jerk Cave. And, you know what? It's starting to look like that the pyramid could be in play for that armor. I'm hoping so.
I don't know of any other chests that are available anymore.
Obviously, we've got the 6 chests, and we've got the judge's table. But if we go to Charlock and they still have no Erdrick's armor, we can ask the chat to play along. At that point, we can play along too in the commentator's booth.
Yep, Charmery.
Magic Wyverns have heal. That's quite annoying. Bud can use the stop spell.
And Baby Breath. And since they don't have the armor yet, the Baby Breath is still a little painful. Yeah, Diabetes diving to the bottom of the grave to check those two chests out because he's really hoping he can find that armor before he goes into Charlock because those barrier tiles are 15 damage a space.
Don't forget it. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Short Charlock. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you forgot that we're dealing with short Charlock. If this was a normal Dragon Warrior randomizer race, yeah, that would be a concern. You'd be right in that case.
Yeah, my bad. Short Charlock, you don't have to worry about that. But you still want that because DL2 breath, if you don't have the armor, is gonna be painful.
Ryguy just got level 11, but he finds himself with about half the experience points of Diabetes and another blue dragon, but he's gonna run away from this one.
Yeah, he's picking and choosing his fights because he's doing more exploration. He's trying to get to the bottom of Grave to see what's down here.
Yeah, and you can't fault him for that move. He wants to make sure he checks every nook and cranny before he makes that dive into Charlock, into the Pyramid and Judge's table. Oh, and Ryguy cannot escape from the blue dragon. Finally does.
And there's the fighter's ring at the bottom of Garen's grave.
Yep, he'll go ahead and put on that fighter's ring to give himself an extra 2 attack power. He's already at 125. As you can see, that's in orange. Now 127 when we add the 2 points. So we're dealing 6 to 13 on every hit. That's obviously not enough. That's why it's in orange. It's close, but not close enough to make that dive to Charlock just yet. But
especially not with only 61 MP.
Yeah, that's not even 8 heal mores.
Jerk Cave was off somewhere in some corner.
Yeah, we saw it earlier, but that was quite a while ago, and I don't even remember who found it. Meanwhile, Ryguy has stumbled upon the town of Cole. He's about to get his sword. Now, that's 9,800 golds that he didn't have to spend because he never did the gold grind for the flame sword, but he still finds himself quite a ways behind, but that sword could help him. We'll see what happens.
I wonder if he sees that and goes, I wonder if my opponent has found this sword yet and how much farther ahead he is as a result.
Certainly, and now Diabetes, wasting no time, going to go ahead and trade in those items, get that piece of candy from the jerk, get that rainbow drop. That'll gain him access into Charlock, but I think he's going to do some more grinding before he makes that play. I think we've got to believe at this point, unless we've missed something sneaky, I think the armor's in Charlock.
I'm fairly certain it is, yes. However, okay, I'm betting what's going to happen. He's going to dive for the armor, back out, and go after those Axe Knights in Hawksness.
That is true. Now, meanwhile, he's going to go to the inn, use Repel, get himself ready for this grind. Ryguy trades in his harp to get his Staff of Rain.
Yeah, he still hasn't gone back to Hawksness to take out, although now that he's got Erdrick's sword instead of his bare hands, that's definitely something he's going to probably be doing in the near future if he's not going there already.
Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, people in chat, predict where Erdrick's armor is. Bottom row is 50, 100, and 150. Middle row is 200 and 250. Top row is 300. Or is it behind the judge's table? $250 chest.
I call judges.
Death Necklace behind 150. $50 chest had the armor. So Lorgon was absolutely right. The $50 chest had the armor. Thank you very much for playing.
Alright, and with Erdrick's armor in tow, he is definitely in grind and go mode. Now you'll notice that MP isn't even in orange yet. That is not going to be sufficient to be taken on any Dragon Lords yet. The AP is manageable if you had enough hit points or you had enough magic points. Because if you had enough hit points, you could use the Death Necklace to boost that up to acceptable levels. Defense is a little bit low, but you can deal with low defense. That's already happened several times.
Oh, got the 255 experience points, did Guy, and now a chance for another 180 on this blue dragon. Simultaneous kills. Another pair of blue dragons. Can use the heal more, not take any chances, and that is another 180 points.
Guy, meanwhile, taking on a golem. Another golem. Diabetes runs away from it. He doesn't care about the golems. He wants this Axe Knight. He wants a piece of this Axe Knight. And with 2-shot killing, this is gonna go fast.
Meanwhile, Guy does get his stones of sunlight from the spike tile here in Hawksness, and he's gonna keep on grinding. Who can blame him? Both are at level 13. I'll tell you what, Guy's shave that deficit to about 700 points, but again, the exploration advantage still remains with Diabetes.
Ooh, level 14, 1 MP shy of 10. He's looking at his stats and he's going, I don't know.
It's right on the edge, because that's 9 heal mores, but a Metal Slime gets the Metal Slime for 255!
Yeah, I would probably try to grind out another level, but that's just me. I tend to be one of those when in doubt, grind it out players. If he wants to just try it at this, I don't blame him.
Absolutely, because, yeah, right now you're at 135. You can do 8 to 17 damage on DL2, and you're good for only 9 heal mores. The average is a 12.5. Yeah, that's still not enough.
Yeah, but you can also get some doubles because you got 122 hit points.
That is true.
You don't need the Death Necklace.
No, you're right about that, because Death Necklace, the thing is the defense is too low. I mean, in terms of HP, you want to be close to 130 HP before considering it. What the Death Necklace does, for those who may have not joined us earlier, is you are cursed, just like in the game. If you die, the king kicks you out, and you get 10 extra attack power points, but at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP.
Yeah, he's looking at his stats again and going, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? I would grind for another level. Ryguy is. Ryguy is going back to that Axe Knight.
Now, I will ask this question, Sneaky. Does Ryguy know where the Jerk Cave is?
I believe he does. I think he was the first one that found it.
Yeah, you may be right about that, but meanwhile, Diabetes, I think he's going to make the play.
Yep, he's going for it. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
You're right about that. Now, if there's a good enemy to grind on this spike tile coming up here in Charlock, does he go for level 15?
Maybe if it's an Axe Knight, otherwise you're going to burn too many resources.
81515. Well, that's quite a bit of That's quite a bit of MP there. 15 more. That is now 2 shy of 12. That's 11 heal mores for Ryguy.
Yeah, but 11 is going to be plenty enough with an AP of 143 without the necklace. And with hit points of 127 and not needing necklace, you're going to get some doubles occasionally. I'm going to call that go mode.
Diabetes, here we go. At the DL2 fight, but he gets back attacked. 9 is the starter.
Ooh, Min rolled the starting hit. Not good. Oh, there's a 17.
That's good. 26. 150 to 165. That's 38. And now up to 50. Well, he needs bigger rolls than this. 60. Ugh, this is getting really dicey here. He needs some big rolls. That's not going to do it. 71.
Meanwhile, Ryguy just got his drop.
88. There's 97. Can't get doubles. That's been the problem. Lots of fire. 106. This is looking really tough. 123. He's going to go for it. 136. He's good. 147. Oh no! It's not
Defense
enough.
too low.
Tough break there, and now Ryguy has a shot to take it away from him.
Meanwhile, Ryguy did turn in his rainbow drop to Jerk. He is on his way to Charlock, and he's gonna probably get this. He's got more strength, he's got more MP, more importantly. Instead of having 9, he has 11 heal mores in the tank, which should be the deciding difference here. The only difference is he's only got the chainmail. He's gonna need to pick up the armor on the way in, but he'll know where that is.
Yeah, he has to know that it's in Charlock. And again, it's behind the $50 chest for those of you who may have just joined us. So now Diabetes, see what he decides to do. Meanwhile, Ryguy is now going to have a shot to take it away from Diabetes and advance to the finals against Beta Strip. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, even with a defense of 78, which is what he's going to have once he gets his armor, he can still get bodied for 50 by the Dragon Lord. If he fails to take that into consideration and attacks on a 49, this could get really unfortunate.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the odds are definitely low, but we've seen it happen before. Now,
here's the armor. He's taken off.
but look at this. Diabetes is actually a little bit ahead of him.
Oh, runs into an armored knight.
Whoa! I'll tell you what, though, we could have another photo finish, and these armored knights are going to give Ryguy the lead back. It's going to come down to encounter luck as well.
Ryguy's running into some axe knights, some blue dragons, werewolves.
Oh my!
And they're almost on the exact same tile here. They are within 3 tiles of one another.
I mean, they're literally in sync. It's going to come down to luck here. We've had 2 close races in a row. Make it 3, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to have simultaneous countdowns here. Advantage, though, still to Ryguy because he could do more attack power. Diabetes.
An unfortunate failed attempt.
So he'll get the level up, so he can do the same damage now. But Ryguy's the first one to DL2. Diabetes right back, and Axe Knight stops him. Oh, this is oh so close. And Armor Knight! Oh, right at the last tile! That could be very costly for Diabetes. Oh my goodness gracious. Ryguy the first to DL2. Here we go. And he gets back attacked! Can you believe this?
Yeah, but remember, he still has 2 more heal mores in the tank, so
19.
He's still up a heal more.
They both get it back attacked. 11, 30, 38, 38 to 30, 38 to 40, 55 to 40, 55 to 52. Whoa! 76 to 52. 89 to 81. 116. I've lost track. This is too close to call. It is going by so fast. It is literally going to come down to the wire between these two. Oh my goodness gracious. Who is going to take him down first? Ryguy takes him down first. I believe he is going to take home the victory on that one. And it will be Ryguy who is moving on to the finals. And Diabetes the second is going to be right behind him. An unbelievable race, the 3rd consecutive one where it came down to literally seconds. Unbelievable. Get your GGs out for both runners. It is Ryguy who is advancing to the finals. I want to know how close this was.
That was less than 10 seconds.
Whew.
Yeah, 6 seconds. 6 seconds difference between the 2 runners.
You've got to be kidding me. We have a 5-second race, a 10-second race, and now a 6-second race back to back to back. You've got to be kidding. What an unbelievable showdown between Ryguy and Diabetes. It was getting so intense. I lost count on both of them. It was just, everything was just going. Insanity and chaos flowing. My goodness gracious. What a race. You couldn't ask for a better semifinals than this.
Absolutely. These are just bonkers races coming down to the wire each time because these are such good racers. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. They are not taking any prisoners.
Absolutely. And now with that, we're going to get ready for the grand finals between Ryguy and Beta Strep. Thuron Burgundy and Z-Man are going to be on the call for that one. Hold on to your hats, folks. We're going to be in for a treat. We'll be right back.